Let me tell you a secret. In every economic situation, there are people making money. That's right, every single economic situation is a profitable opportunity for someone, somewhere, and that can also be you. The United States faced one of its worst inflation during World War II, the inflation going up to 28%. This is about 3 times the record rate of 9.1% we experienced in the US this year. Yet, a lot of people and companies made a lot of money, even with the dire economic situation around the world. How did they do it? How does this even make sense? You must know that an economic crisis does not mean you cannot make money. In fact, it could just be your chance to become rich. It does not matter which country you are from, economic crisis can be opportunities. Welcome to another episode. In this video, you will see how people are making money even when the economy is being strangled by inflation. You will first learn how high inflation creates growth opportunities for certain businesses and how you can take advantage of these. This is not meant to be financial advice, but for educational purposes, so you have more information that can be useful in making an informed decision on your own. Let's get on to it. Understanding how inflation creates opportunity. The first thing you need to understand is how inflation creates new opportunities. Inflation just means the prices of goods and services are increasing. This could be caused by a number of problems. The key word here is the word problems. All businesses exist to solve one problem or the other. Without problems, businesses would have nothing to offer. Inflation does not mean businesses are not making money. It only means consumers are having to pay more for the same goods and services. So, in an inflation, it is the consumers that are paying the price. You must also know that inflation is usually a precursor to an economic recession. Because of this, you would see assets markets crashing. This year, we have seen inflation rise to levels we have not seen in the past 40 years, and inflation has been lingering. What followed are severe crashes in the stock market, the crypto markets, and real estate is following too. While people are complaining and scared of spending, this is the opportunity rich people have been waiting for, because this is when they get richer. Stocks. This is the time to invest in equities. Have you heard the popular saying, buy the lows and sell the highs? As simple as this seems, people never seem to remember this in an economic turmoil. It is always a good idea to buy things when they are selling at a discount, isn't it? A sell-off can save you a lot of money. That a company's share price is dropping when the whole stock market is crashing does not always mean that share is not good. Sometimes it just means prior investors are short-term investors that can't hold down their investments, or they are just reacting along the lines of market sentiments. In March 2020, at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the S&P 500 dropped to 2,237 points, but within a year, it was hovering around 4,000 points. This is almost double valuation in a year. Before you rush to buy any stock, first, you must understand that market bubbles bust when the economy is stressed. Some companies are overvalued, and they enjoy overvaluation from an economic boom. But inflation can make people realize they need to put their money elsewhere, and such companies crash and never recover. If you do not do your research before buying any company's shares, you would lose your money. Always go for companies that are actually solving real problems. Companies that have low or no debt, have a good cash flow, and have a lot of transparency on their operations. If you buy stocks consistently during crashes like this, in some years down the line, you would have accumulated a lot of shares that are worth many times the price you bought them. It must be a long-term money-making strategy, so take your time. Capitalize on dividend-paying stocks. The stocks most likely to grow really quick and with great magnitude are stocks of emerging companies. These are great if you can put away some money, but the bulk of your money is best put into well-established companies that are already making a lot of money and paying dividends. According to a report by the Richmond Federal Reserve, 4 out of 5 companies are hiking prices more significantly than the inflation rate. At the end, their earning grew at a rate that outpaced the inflation rate. You want a slice of that pie. The dividend may not be enough to live off of, but it is a hedge for against inflation. At least you are making money, not losing it. It is important to note here that big businesses like Amazon may have stock prices crashing, yet they are still making a lot of profit in that same period. As long as a business is providing essential services, there would always be demand, hence profits being made even in an inflation. Have a side business. Another thing you can do is start a business. You don't have to go into a business that requires your attention all the time. It could be something that would give you some passive income. Remember, price of goods and services are high, so people would jump on anything that could save them some cash. Try to understand what people need at that particular time. Whatever gives you the most worries when there is an inflation is likely the same thing giving other people worries. A fun tip for you: do you know that inflation causes wine sales to go up? If you are good at negotiating, you can buy things in high demand and resell at your own price. It is easy to sell at higher prices because everything's already expensive. Capitalize on online opportunities. Seek online business opportunities. If you have decided to start a business, the best path to follow is to take your business online. This is not only for those starting a new business, it is also for those who already have existing businesses. You want to reinvent your business so you cut costs as much as possible. The best way to cut costs is to use online platforms to downsize your overhead costs. In an economy grappling with inflation, you want to save as much money as possible. There is a good chance you don't have much money to risk in starting a business or going into an investment. Well, you are in luck, because there are a lot of avenues online that would cost you nothing or very little, and you can actually make a lot of money. Another thing you should be capitalizing on is public panic. Inflation is synonymous to public panic. People will always panic when their cost of living goes up. What can you do to address their panic? How can you do this for as little money as possible? You can write a book to address common fears people have. You can start a service to help people save money. Take time to do some research and find out the best deals available for different products and services. Then package this information and sell to people online. Dropshipping is another good online business that won't cost you any money. While people are complaining, you are making money. Essentially, be ready to be innovative in taking advantage of low-cost online businesses offer. If you love learning about the economy, investments, and cryptocurrencies, then you need to subscribe now and watch out for our coming videos. You don't want to miss them. Thank you. Real estate. One of the best ways to make money in an inflation is to put money in real estate. There are several ways of doing this. You don't have to buy a property. You can invest in a real estate trust. Real estate is a good business to go into in an inflation because people are not spending money on buying properties in this period. Low demand, a lot of properties stay too long in the market, so sellers get desperate and are willing to discount. This means this is the best time to get the best bargains for properties. If you intend flipping the property, you only need to wait for the economy to pick up and everyone is out spending on property again. You would be making a lot more money to more than cover for currency devaluation experienced during inflation. The best properties are rentable apartments. They would always be in demand because people place priority on having a place to call home more than spending on any other kind of property. If you don't have enough money to buy a property, then look for real estate trusts you can buy equities in. The suggestions in this video are low-risk options that have been proven over time. Remember to always buy what everyone is selling and sell what everyone is buying. That is the golden rule of making money in a recession. Before you go, give this video a thumbs up and see you in the next video. Thank you.